Another day, another slate is here. I'm sure you look into the mirror and you've seen that you're doing well. Keep going. You're definitely going to be successful at anything that you're doing. Ladies and gents, another Monday here on Showbiz Now. We're live on Joy Prime, and this is where we'll bring you the latest updates in the world of entertainment. I want to believe you had a great weekend. Well, we've got so much happening over the weekend, and last week we're bringing all of them here for you. Of course, if you're someone who's been following the entertainment industry keenly, you definitely know that a lot has been going on. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be my time from now till in the next 30 minutes. I've got you for company, and I'm super excited about it. My name, KMJ, the Royal Host. God took a microphone, put his soul, and then named it KMJ, and I was born to talk. Now, in case you are wondering, the show is powered and is always powered by Joy Entertainment, and we are large and in charge. You're very much welcome to Showbiz Now. Welcome back, and reminding you that we're live on Facebook as Joy Prime TV and Instagram, and of course if you're on Twitter as Joy Prime TV, the ultimate experience. You can join us over there and bring your suggestions, your comments, your observations, and every other info you want us to know. You can definitely go there and drop them. Don't forget that our Facebook and Instagram and of course Twitter pages have been unified, and it's Joy Prime TV. All right, the ultimate experience is here to serve you. Ladies and gentlemen, you can also be a part of it via Zoom. The code is on your screens, and of course the password is 123456. 123456. That's the password that you can also log in to be a part of the conversation over here later on when we activate that. But I've got news on the international front. Jay-Z is up in here. Naomi Osaka. We have news coming through from JC Japan, of course, on the local front. George Quin is questioning where graduates are in terms of the film industry. All of that coming up right here on Showbiz Now. Moving on to the local news before we jump into the international news. And don't forget that our trends will be coming your way as well. Our social media trends on Twitter will be coming your way. I'll be telling you the top 10 trends for today as well. So that's also coming up here on the show. Now, let's get into details of our local stories. And Ghanaians are yet to understand what theater is about, says playwright Abubakar Latif. Now, Latif Abubakar, playwright and the chief executive director of Globe Productions, says Ghanaians are yet to understand what theater is all about. Now, according to him, a lot of Ghanaians don't know what theater is about because they have less interest towards it. Now, the award-winning director, who has many shows to his credit, including The Second Coming of Nkrumah, Thank God for Idiots, among other classical ones, said it is much difficult to pinpoint one reason why Ghanaians don't patronize theater. He, however, mentioned that prior to the coronavirus pandemic, patronage shot up due to partnership with Multimedia Group Limited, but subsequent change of partnership also affected the business. Yeah, it's more of Latif Abubakar.
Theater plays in Ghana, extremely good. And then COVID came in, it was massive. We're expecting that this year's own will be better than the 1,005 audience base.
What do you think accounted for the drop after the initial successful takeoff? Could it be the patrons didn't like what they came to see?
No, the patrons actually liked what they came to see with regards to Romantic Nonsense.
So why didn't they come back?
Because when we did a repeated show, the place was full again.
So why didn't they come for the subsequent ones?
So it was the choice of partnership too as well. Okay. So when we went back, we realized that the choice of partnership, we actually did it with Multimedia. And I had a conversation with Philip some time ago. The first one was with Multimedia. The second one, was it deceived or brainwashed to change partnership? And then we did, and it didn't work out well. But subsequently, when we came back to Multimedia, it never worked out well again. And it was so difficult to explain why. And it was so difficult to explain why it never worked out again. We tried so many things. It takes time. It took so much energy, time, door-to-door campaigns. And so it's not just about the radio advert and TV advert that makes it happen. It's just that you realize that a lot of Ghanaians actually do not accept theater.
Hold on.
Kudos to the man Latif Abubakar. He's got his new play coming out. Make sure you're a part of it. And he's talking about the theater industry. Now, we've got some more of set stories coming up here on the show. We're going to be giving you all the updates. And, of course, Friday, something also happened in town. You know about Mr. Ju is just about releasing the Alpha album. And on Friday, he put together some media personalities who came through to have a private listening of the Alpha album. There were 12 songs on the album, and it was such an incredible feeling to listen to great songs by the man, Mr. Ju. IB was there to capture it all. Here it is.
With excitement as media personalities, bloggers, friends and loved ones all converge at the Base Lounge to be part of the private listening session of highly spiritual signee Mr. Ju. The maiden album, titled Alpha, according to the artist, means dominance. The 12-track album features musicians like Kelvin Boy, Kitty, Rebecca, Shay Shay and others. CEO of Highly Spiritual Music, Kewa, expressed his excitement and also explained how he mixed all the 12 songs.
Well, I think that it brings me great joy and I feel blessed. I feel blessed that when we began, we knew where we were going, even though the path was a bit, you know, unstable. We're here, and I always say that this is our starting point because this is where I want us to get to so we can fly. And so I didn't produce any song on the album, but I mixed and mastered the album. And listening to the album song by song, I feel this is one album Ghanaians should actually look for. There's almost everything you want to hear in the album, you know, and that's why it's called Alpha. I mean, so just go get it. I mean, great production also from all the young producers out there.
So you remember Mr. Ju won the heart of Ghanaians when he released songs like J, Mood, and others, and further performed at this year's 3 Music Awards and VGMA. Well, musician Kamido congratulated his colleague and also called on Ghanaians to support the Alpha project.
I feel happy for him. Yeah, I've listened to some of the songs, so that's why he already mentioned that I had some favorites in there. Yeah, he's done a great job. I think putting an album together is not like, you know, a joke. So for him and his team to be able to do that right now, it's a great thing. And I'm really happy for him, and I'm proud of him as well.
Kitty featured on one of the songs on the album, and he was so happy to be part of this album.
Solid 10 over 10, man. Solid 10 over 10. Charlie, I need to put this out there. Making an album is not easy. So to have him make a full album, like, listen, congrats to Mr. Ju, congrats to the entire Highly Spiritual team. It's a solid 10 over 10 album for me.
That song you did with him, did you produce the song?
No, I didn't produce it. I think Beat Vampire or somebody produced it. Or I think Beat God, yeah.
Before the release of his album, Mr. Ju won the Breakthrough Act of the Year at this year's 3 Music Awards and Best New Artist of the Year at this year's VGMA. Well, Mr. Ju tells us more about the yet-to-be-released album.
It feels exciting, honestly, and this happens to be just the private listening and see the number of people out here to support. So I'm just looking at, you know, when it's out and the people are actually streaming it and listening to it. I honestly can't wait. I'm just excited upon the hard work, upon the stress and everything. I think that it's been worth it. Yeah.
What inspired the title? I mean, you could have gone for your name, you could have gone for any other thing, but you chose Alpha.
Yeah, for me, this represents my start of a new journey, and it also represents dominance in the game. When you look at the past year, I've been releasing bangers upon bangers, and I feel like nobody's doing what I'm doing, so this is like a new path that I'm creating for myself, and I feel like people would follow later on. So Alpha, perfect.
Big ups to my colleagues IB and Dorina View, and they were there to capture all the moment for you here. Watch out for that album from Mr. Ju. It's still here on Showbiz Now. We're live on Joy Prime. It's powered by Joy Entertainment. We are large and in charge, and we'd like to say a big thank you to you at the other side, of course, doing the watching. Now we'll move on to more stories here on the show, and we're talking about issues of playwrights and, of course, theatre here in Ghana. And playwright Latif has reviewed theatre business was profitable to him during the heat of COVID-19 in Ghana. Award-winning playwright Latif Abubakar says his production team made loads of profits when the COVID-19 pandemic broke out in 2020. According to him, they took advantage of the virtual space where they had about 3.5 million people watching the play. Thank God for Idiots on their private platform. Now, he also explained that the cost of production was quite low compared to those when they had to allow patrons into the venue to watch them act in real time. Now, one thing that increased revenue, according to Latif, was the fact that many corporate bodies approached the production company for sponsorship deals as well. Here's more.
Yeah.
You make money.
It was very profitable during COVID.
Theater was very profitable during COVID.
Yes, please.
When there was nowhere to go.
Yes, please.
I'm confused.
So, I mean, it was very profitable during COVID because of the virtual space. We took advantage of the virtual space as Globe Productions. We're the first to move into virtual play.
Okay.
And it went well. We did Thank God for Idiots, focus on COVID-19. And we had about 3.5 million views across board. It was huge. And the cost implication for setting up that production was a bit low compared to our normal production setup that we do. So you realize that because of the reach we had, a lot of corporate organizations wanted to come on board for subsequent ones. Okay. And we made more money. We did 3 virtual plays.
Very interesting.
Very
and they were all very successful.
Very profitable.
All right, welcome back, and that's Lateef speaking over there. Now, our Zoom ID is on your screens, and don't forget that the password is 123456. And those of you out there who will join us by Zoom, please make sure that you wear something nice, look good, just like I'm looking over here. Sit down and let's have a conversation, okay? And please sit up well too as well. We'll be getting to you pretty shortly. We understand some of you are there and you're enjoying the conversation already, so we'll be joining you guys over there shortly. But let's move on to some more stories. And Showbiz A to Z host George Quin questions the absence of theater graduates in the industry. Actor and host of Joy FM's Showbiz A to Z weekend show, George Quin has pushed to ask rhetorically why Ghanaian students who graduate from the School of Performing Arts venture into other fields instead of developing their careers. According to George Quin, who read theater arts with film and dance studies at the undergraduate level, University of Ghana, Legon, he expected most of his mates to keep up with work, but things didn't go out as planned. What surprised George Quin most, the Showbiz A to Z show, was when popular playwright Lateef Abubakar said he has no arts background because he was a science student back in school. That's an interesting one. Here it is.
With regards to your kind, people who donate the man hours, the sacrifices to say that we are dramatists, we are theater people, and again at the top.
Hold on, Rasta, you've broken my heart. Lateef, what's your background? Sorry, not to what's your background?
Science.
Science?
Yes.
Let us go a bit further into it. Science, from which institution? What did you study?
So I'm a disappointed medical student.
Okay.
And I read animal biology at the end of the day.
Okay.
At University of Ghana.
Okay.
And then currently I'm a project management consultant. So my master's...
So wait, you have not connected with any theater, no School of Performing Arts, nothing?
No.
Neither has Uncle Ebo White.
It's a hobby and the interest, the passion.
I cut Rasta because...
What of Chief Movement?
Yeah, we'll talk to him. Is he still on the line? Yes,
no,
he's
like
yes.
theater arts.
Yes, he has theater background.
He's from your stock.
Yes, he's from my stock.
Okay.
But I went there because of what Rasta said, that there aren't people who have made it their core, commitment to ensure that they churn out theater products. So the School of Performing Arts, where I trained, I had a lot of classmates, a lot of people that I graduated with, a lot of people who are supposed to be doing these. So where are they?
No, don't say where are we?
Oh no, at least I'm here. Well, Rasta, where are they?
And that's a big question from George Quin. Where are they? Anyway, so let me get to Zoom right now. We have someone there who wants to comment on some of the issues we've spoken about so far. So let me get to Prince. Prince, how are you doing? Prince, are you okay? Can you hear me? All right, so Prince, unmute yourself, so we're going to get back to you once we're able to connect again with that. Now, marketing expert Jesse Japan urges the industry players to help build the national theater, and details of it. Branding and marketing consultant Mr. Jesse Japan has charged top industry players like George Quin to support the cause of rebuilding the national theater, even if they have to work for free. According to him, if funding from government doesn't reflect for the building building of state institutions like the National Theatre, industry players can find a way to do the work themselves, since the institution serves as an embodiment of theatre for Ghana. He asked industry players to sacrifice and get the job done, than to wait on the government for funds. Here's more.
The only way to solve this is to ask you in the industry, you who went to the School of Performing Arts, what are you doing to support it? Let's be very clear. Some of the guys who are writing the best advertising concepts today are creative minds.
Yeah.
Some of them are from the School of Performing Arts.
A lot of them actually.
Some of the fantastic light engineers are from the same school.
And Nafti.
So I think the ecosystem still exists. The only thing is that maybe the products are not coming enough. So do you want to help the National Theatre? If she says that her biggest constraint is budget now, you can do pro bono work. Find 2-3 of your friends. Go spend time there. George, guys, go spend 1 week at the National Theatre. Sit down with the National Theatre. Contribute a quota into it. It's not every time you need to go to church and go and pay tithe. But go to the National Theatre and go pay, blood tithe. Yeah. Say you, Kwame Rasta,
Jesse Amwe Japan.
Go there. Just go help. Sit down there and say, what's your roadmap like? Our roadmap has A, B, C, D. How do we put this thing that she's saying now, that the National Theatre is not a physical structure? It's an embodiment of our theatre as a country. Yeah. This interpretation must be produced and told. So if they don't have the budget, look, government is tight across board. George, go sacrifice and get a job done.
But just you also heard her say clearly that we are a government institution.
Yes.
As a Joy FM can welcome $1 million from Latif,
yes,
and say, okay, Latif has donated $1 million dollars to Joy FM to change all the equipment that they have.
Agreed.
National Theatre cannot just accept $1 million from Jesse Japan.
Oh,
so it has to go through a process.
No,
yes.
Hold on.
That is a government institution.
Hold on. I could be wrong. But funding for state institutions could either be an IGF or it might be coming from the big bucket.
Mm-hmm.
If it's an IGF, they generate the funds themselves. Mm-hmm. So if Latif goes there to go do a play and they say they're charging him 10,000 Ghana cedis, it didn't come from Ken Oforiatta.
No, it didn't.
It came from him. It's an IGF.
Yes.
Now, later we'll be speaking about the tourism ministry.
IGF will be Instagram food or
internally generated fund.
They generate internally.
Internally generated.
I'm sorry. So George, I'm saying that if today we say, as an example, we're sending an appeal from the National Theatre.
Yeah.
Anybody doing a play at the National Theatre, because we need to fix ABCD, we are asking you for a
All right, so there's Mr. Jesse Japan speaking about the National Theatre and the need for industry players to help in building it. The question we're asking you this morning, do you think it is okay for industry players to do this for free without government support, knowing very well that other places or sectors have always had government support? You think that what he's saying is the truth? We have to all say, you know what, we are ready to work for free, so let's make it happen. Let's see if we have somebody on Zoom. If we don't, then let's get into IS 2021 on Thursday and Friday at the University of Professional Studies, UPSA Auditorium. Many young talent and men and women who are eager to transform their lives came through as they had intense ministers of God and, of course, personalities who have done so much for themselves, transforming them in so many ways by way of speaking to them. We're all there to capture all the moments for you. Here is IS 2021.
Criticism will lead to low self-esteem. What they will say will kill what you can do. Talking to a young person watching me, I don't know where you're watching from, in the United States, in the Caribbean, or wherever. Believe in yourself. Let your walking even show that you have something in you. Practice self-motivation. I want to tell you something. You don't have time. Before you realize someone is holding your hands to even go to the washroom, you are naked. You don't have time. You have to know the difference between enjoying your youth and wasting.
Welcome back, and that's IS 2021, and it was Thursday morning and evening session and Friday morning and evening session hosted by Pastor Brian Amwating, and I mean, next year is going to be bigger, so make sure you're part of it. If you never came through, you missed a lot. You should have seen, some of the many things that really happened over there. Next time, make sure that you're coming through. Now, let's get into our trends right now before we move on to our foreign stories. So this morning, we're checking into the trends, and we're going to be bringing you the top 10 trends as well. So let's see which trends have been there even before we started the show. So we're going to bring you the real-time trends as well. Now, before coming on the show, the top 10 trends that we had, ladies and gentlemen, we had at number 10, KV. KV was trending at number 10, and I'll tell you why he's trending. It's with the ongoing Big Brother Naija Season 6. I'll tell you more about it. Now, number 9, we had something to do with sports, and Brathwaite was actually trending at number 9. We're going to be checking real time to see if it's indeed still trending at number 9. At number 7, we have something to do with politics and Afghanistan. Hashtag Afghanistan is trending. So that's at number 7, I beg your pardon. At number 8, we had Agenda 111, number 7, Afghanistan. At number 6, we have Joy SMS trending at number 6. And at number 5, we had something to do with music, and Daybreak Hits was trending Hits 103.9 FM. Now, away from that, we also had at number 4, Delete 3 Music TV Now. And at number 3, we had Monday Motivation. And then at number 2, we had Kumasi. So Kumasi has been trending for some reasons. Maybe I'll tell you about it later. At number 1, we have Perry Day. Perry Day was trending. Now, Perry's birthday seems to have gotten some real love from people. Now, some of the tweets associated with them, we had, I love you so much as you do. Show me some love using the hashtag Perry Day. And Perry Paisley posted that and says, thank you, Mama, thank you, Boachua. And he's been using that to trend on Twitter. Now, he's got pictures over here as well. Another person over here, Oreku, who tweets by the name Diaby, says, on your birthday, wishing you earth-shattering success of much greatness and all the uplinks of the world. Happiest birthday to my wonderful brother. Enjoy your day. And that's for Perry, who's been trending. Now, this one says, happy birthday to a young G. Perry Paisley, more wings and blessings. All right. So that's some of the trends on Twitter. Let's get into real time and find out what exactly is happening over there. Earlier, before we came on the show, Ebuka was also trending as well. And it has something to do with people saying that he's been very biased towards Perry in the ongoing Big Brother Nigeria show. When yesterday he asked Perry about some questions, people believe that he was not supposed to have done that in the first place. Now, they also believe it sparked a little bit of fights amongst the housemates and turned his all love, Maria, against him somewhere. Now, so the real-time trends right now, Ebuka is trending at number 10, and it still has to do with the issue I was just about telling you, on the Big Brother issue. At number 9, Brathwaite is here. And then at number 8, we have Agenda 111. At number 7, Taliban. At number 6, Daybreak It. At number 5, MMRS. At number 4, Monday Motivation. Afghanistan is still at number 3 on the trends. BB Naija is at number 2. And Delete 3 Music TV now at number 1. So some of them have maintained their position over there. Some of them have maintained their positions. Some are also shifting and cultivating themselves in other places on the trends on Twitter. Let's get to Zoom right now and see who we have there to share his opinion with us. Hello, good morning. How are you doing? If you can hear me. Can you unmute yourself and speak so we can hear you?
I'm good.
Nice one. Now tell me, which of the issues do you want to comment on? And speak so we can hear you.
Issues. I'm good. Yeah, I'm Emmanuel calling from Voter Reserve.
Okay, talk to me. Your comment.
Yeah, I want to shout out to Camido and Mr. Drew. They are forcing. They are going higher.
Okay, all right. So that's with regards to Mr. Drew's album, Private Listening. Make sure that you check out that album when it comes out. Beautiful album by all standards. I love it. I've got about 8 favorites on the album already. Prince on Zoom. Prince, how are you doing? Hello, Prince.
Please.
All right, so let's get into some foreign news right now. And Jay-Z is applying for sports betting license in New York State. Now, Jay-Z's latest hustle is big-time gambling. He's signed on with some heavy hitters in a bid to open a sports book in New York. And the move could make him a pioneer in the billion-dollar industry. TMZ has learned Jay-Z's name is on one of the applications submitted to the New York Gaming Commission requesting approval for an online sports betting license. Sources say with direct knowledge tells TMZ he's partnering with his buddy 6X partner Michael Rubin to form a phonetic sports book, and they have actually teamed with Kambi as well, a company that makes software used for online sports gambling. And so if you're a fan of Jay-Z, now don't forget that you also can be a part of this gambling process that is just about starting. Let's get into our next story. And Johnny Depp says Nollywood is boycotting him over Amber Heard saga. And Johnny Depp has addressed the elephant in the room, which is that he's seen as a pariah in Hollywood now, something that isn't lost on him and which he seems to think is BS. Now, the embattled actor sat for an interview with the Sunday Times to promote his new movie, Mina Mata, and he opened up about what he perceives as de facto ousting from the business, while also vowing to send more light on the truth and thanking fans for sticking with them. And he says over here, he says that the distributors, MGM, have also been accused of shelving it over Johnny Depp's legal issues as well. An alleged reaction to which Depp says is for nothing, and it's always a boycott that he sees anytime he thinks about this situation. All right, so that's on Johnny Depp. Now let's move on to Naomi Osaka, who is donating prize money to Haiti's relief effort after earthquake. And tennis star Naomi Osaka has stepped up in a big way to help victims of the massive earthquake in Haiti. Now, she's opening her wallet to provide badly needed assistance. Naomi has pledged to donate whatever prize money she wins at next week's Western and Southern Open to the Haitian relief effort. Naomi, whose dad is Haitian, said, "Really had to see all the devastation that's going on in Haiti, and I feel like we really can't catch a break. And then I'm about to play a tournament this week and will give all the prize money to relief efforts for Haiti. I know our ancestors' blood is strong, that will keep rising." And that's Naomi over there doing the most. Let me get to Zoom and pick our last person, and then we'll wrap up for today. Hello, can you hear me? Boss, how are you doing? Ivan, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, your comments real quick. You are last Zoomer.
Okay, so I think about the national theater issue. It would be good if stakeholders and then other, let's say, entertainment partners also help with the contribution in putting up a good state of the national theater.
Yeah. Okay, so you think that is very, very important. Yeah, they have to do what they got to do to make it happen. And we're definitely looking forward to that assignment. I don't know how it's going to go, but we look forward to it. Jennifer Lopez is in the news right now, and he scraps pictures of Alex Rodriguez from Instagram and unfollows him as well. Yes, now the move comes just weeks after J-Lo made rekindle relationship with Ben Affleck. Now, the most famous celebrity nickname on coupling took a major step forward on Saturday. 4 months after rekindling her romance with Ben Affleck, J-Lo has deleted nearly all images of Alexander Rodriguez and from her IG page. She's also unfollowed him to put the whole situation to a different level. Now, it's been about 4 months since Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez went their separate ways following rumors that Rodriguez had engaged in an online relationship with Southern Charm star Madison LaCroix. And so, how about that? When it gets worse and you can't do anything about it, delete the pictures, unfollow them, and get yourself going. All right, that's the story of Alexander Rodriguez and, of course, Jennifer Lopez. But Ben Affleck will be the one smiling because he is the loved one now. Folks, that's about my time for today here on the show. God willing, tomorrow we're back again at 11 a.m. You're not missing out that for anything. Many thanks to the production team for the great work. Until then, please continue to be a good person. And don't forget that you do good and communicate. My name, God took a microphone, put his soul in it, dropped it on net, and named it KMJ. And I was born to talk. Thanks for watching.